Like, crap. I was studying, was it film directing from a book. It was like shot by shot, film directing shot by shot or something like that. And as I was writing, I was trying to connect imagery like seamlessly in thought, so that I could just sit there and stare at one location for a while, and within that amount of time, decrease that overall sort of timing by like, I don't know, incrementally, and so it'd be like, I don't know, 1 to 16. In other words, what would take 16 seconds would only take 1. If that makes any sense? Or no? Go millisecond. No. So if I'm sitting there staring and go through some of it, maybe 2 seconds of imagery time to 1 second of actual time, or 3 seconds of imagery time to 1 second actual time. As I was doing that, to try to get like a seamless sort of idea of what it might appear to be. So anyway, it was that, and I was thinking of special effects and makeup artistry and stuff like that. And it comes to a point in time, you know, it's like it's like super 80s kind of primal, primitive type stuff. But at the same time, like the camera angles and movement be about the same as the maybe mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Nothing more advanced than that, with the exception of maybe like something like a drone, maybe capture or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that's up over certain areas. So anyway, the imagery goes from point in time where she's following these like hunter dudes, but it's not really like that, you know. The more let's say like stern, serious grimace almost. So grimace, like very, very strong. I'd say like survival oriented, but it's beyond survival. It's primitive. So, anyways, they're hunting, and she comes around into a meadow, and she's like exploring and stuff, and then realizes, hey, here they come, you know. Maybe I should just let them know, you know, I'm here, because they seem sort of calm. But what she doesn't notice is they're going into hunting techniques, you know, and doing the freaking thigh over, trying to find exactly what they're finding. You know, it just happened to be bears and stuff, so. When the bears came along, they were like, oh shit, we're outnumbered, you know, I haven't really ever been in this area, and we don't know what the hell we're doing. So also in a way to sort of show that too. So there's like a meadow, and I'm standing at a park where there's a bunch of grass. So in this meadow, you know, she like trails into this high grass, maybe like hip. To me, it would be like breast line, but to them, it would probably be like midsection hip or something like that. But anyway, she's traveling through it, and as she's traveling through it, she looks at the ground, and there's like this, was it an orchid? That was another one. I forget the flower type. Was it patch of daisies or something like that? Maybe not daisies, but some sort of flower. And as she bends down and lifts it into her palm, you know, she hears the rustle of plants and stuff, and she peeks out, you know, through the grass, the blades of grass, and sees the hunters coming. When she does that, you know, she's like, I'm gonna scare them. But she doesn't get it. It's like, you know, random sort of doofy moment pops up, and, you know, oh, fuck, they do their own thing. It's like, geez, we're not gonna be attacked type shit. So anyway, she gets she's wounded pretty bad, and, you know, about that time, Raina's up in the hills and sort of at one with nature and shit, and here come the bears. You know? But anyway, it's a roar, and they're fucking huge. So anyway, fucking, you know, the F word. They're huge. Like, but not, explain it. Like, the imagery's a little bit different. Kind of like you'd be affront bears as they're running toward you. And kind of different camera angles and stuff like that. So it would be like CG bears, like computer graphic bears, with a lot of different textures and stuff. I can do it. But anyway, they're huge, and as they come running past Raina, or not Raina, but Dane. That was Dane, damn it. I'm using the character name Rena because Dean. So anyway, as they pass her off toward the hunters who are, shooting arrows and running off, it all quiets down as, the bears and the hunters roar off somewhere else. And she's laying in the meadow, and freaking arrows projecting from her and crap and rodent bladder, poison gunk. Anyway, it's quiet and she's unconscious, and Reyna, comes tiptoeing into frame like, what the hell is this? And then, sees her face, and she sees her face kind of just overcome by like, whoa, shit, I haven't seen anything like this in my life. And it's jerking, it's tension, it's the unknown, it's kind of like, stuff like that. But at the same time, she has like compassion for nature and things around her. So anyway, at that point, she's not sure. So one of the images is that you see like half foot, and a slight bit away you see Dame sort of lying on the grass, and close up face, expression, etc., etc. And then and she bends down into frame and sort of takes a closer look, and then decides what she's gonna do. She takes a look around and lifts her up over one shoulder. All right, I gotta carry this thing back to Rudley and Simple, the wisest members of this group. Embody no gender, all gender, etc., etc. So anyway, she carries Name down into it's just another like little it's kind of like a meadow area with a stream and a few little like structures, a cave or two, and basically like little planting area and stuff like that. She lays her down. When she lays her down, everyone groups around. As they're grouped around, it's like, whoa, you get reactions left and right. And then at the same time, she's like, what is this? From where did you bring this? What is, I haven't seen this. What do we do? Kind of thing. And then, one of the little guys like take off, and you see him like kick up dirt, or not dirt, but grass, as he's running. And then, he's basically alerting Rudley and Simple. And then here come Rudley and Simple. The first time you see them, and they're little though, like super feminine, but at the same time masculine too. It's kind of fucking weird. But anyway, the F word. If I could get that out of my freaking mind, I was like brainwashed in. As I come into frame, I have a few questions for Reyna, and then notice exactly what's happening. And they, I think there are quite a few of those on huntings of their own, which they don't do very often. Live predominantly on plant fiber and protein. So anyway, as they're doing this, he's like, hey, hurry, get her into, this area, and this is like where, the same area where, their people, give birth, or, come in to die, or, just, it's a room like that. Kind of like a medical place, but it's not medical, it's primal, primitive. So anyway, they take her in there, and then there's a long sort of ordeal. What are we doing? How are we doing this? I'm going to charge you with her care. Basically, you're going to be the one to, facilitate health for this chick if we can keep her alive, kind of thing. She goes into shakes, shivers, that kind of thing, and then that's later. They move to remove these arrows, one through her arm, kind of like break it off, pull it through. The other arrows, not as skillful as that kind of stuff, but, she seeps a lot of blood, and as that's happening, they're trying to keep this blood, contained, and at the same time, it's something that they hadn't seen for some time, without, the birth or coming to a new sort of member to their group. So I don't know where to kind of communicate that, but there's some of the beginning sort of scenes and shots and stuff like that. So to go further into it, it's constant movement, but it's about the same level, so it's not too jerky or change. The only thing that really changes jerks much is if it's like action where she picks her up and she's walking right there. That's a different moment. But anyway, that part, and then shortly after that, Raina grasps this piece of her belongings, which she's told she's got to take all of it, go burn it. There's gonna be nothing, left, basically after this, because she comes from a place they're not sure of, and there's this entire sort of cleansing thing that they do, and it's got to be completely pure and perfect. So they're pretty good at it, but at the same time, they're able to bring her through that, and then she goes through this sort of series of ridding herself of the toxins, poisons, etc., and she gets shakes, and Raina's right there, and she doesn't really take notice of her until she becomes coherent. When she does that, she's a really bad reaction. She backs herself into a really stiff hammock, and she's like, freaking knee over knee, just get her back there, I don't want to be near you kind of thing. And when she does that, it's like fright, just not sure. At the same time, I wasn't sure if I wanted to have her, just go unconscious and pass out for another scene, and Arena sort of toil with the idea, or, how to do that. But as I wrote it, she backs herself, and who are you? What are you? What are you? Who are you? Answer my question. I don't understand what you're saying. And both saying this, almost simultaneously. I don't understand. What are you, So it's kind of like a chaotic moment where they're separated, but at the same time existing in this small little place. So, they're kind of not forced to accomplish fun nature, but at the same time, working together to resolve a conflict. That's communication. Where am I? What are you saying? I don't understand. And she's cringes, and she notices these bandages, but they're not similar to bandages that you see. It's like a poultice that's drawn. And in one side, the arm is a bark dressing or something, I don't know what type of tree it would be, but very flexible, but it's bark and sort of twined to her, and she's noticing this pain and stuff, and Raina, she starts gesturing, she's like, oh, just kind of like a handler of a horse would gesture to a horse, whoa, kind of thing, and place herself in a position where she's like, don't hurt me kind of thing, but at the same time, I'm going to try to guide you through this, and she does, and she becomes somewhat quiet and sort of it's like a submission to pain situation. I'm sure pressing back into try to especially in so that's one factor. And sort of the water. It's another piece of the writing that I like. She has a bowl, a little bowl of water, and there's water trickling in through the rock and collecting in a pool, and the excess drains back out toward the garden. So she picks up this bowl, and it's like a wooden type bowl, but it's like wooden carved wooden or stone. So she lifts this bowl of water to her, and she does, and Jane takes a look at the water, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? And then she realizes, and then dipping her hand in, hey, this is something I can drink. And she does, she takes the bowl in her hand, lifts the water out and drinks it. And Rita's sitting there what are you doing? Use these bowls to drink out of, well, where I come from, we lift water out of the water. You don't get water. The face of the planet changes time to time, and there's a seafront near a desert, and it kind of reminds me of Middle East, not really. Anyway, that's where she's from. 2 different places, 2 different times. risk catastrophe sort of separates them, and they don't have the ability to travel as much, cars, stuff like that. It's been so long that, everything that we see now is like pretty much just buried. Surface of Earth and mass-wise increases, not realistic, but it's more realistic, kind of. Anyway, they're separated not only by time but distance, and as they exist, it's not very far from each other, even though they don't really travel much from one space to time. It's like welcoming change after a catastrophe, and you're unsure. You don't need your mind. So that's one. And then the final she brings her to, and she's conscious, but they can't really speak too much, and she's becoming restless, sort of in this little area. Stuff like that. So she takes her there. She meets the others. Anyway, they're like little satchels, and they leaf packages of nuts and fruits, dried fruits, and berries and stuff. But anyway, that's that. And this is curious, constantly gotta be eyes. Taking in information, learning about who they are. It's so different. Kind of thing. So she's not, she's not one of the others quite yet. There's a little bit of dialogue there, and then there's freaking priest and geez, I forget what his. Anyway, he gets kind of awkward, but his children were big off and after that, okay? He was able to give birth. It's kind of crazy enough to judge. And judge the turns out a little bit at first because sort of chaos. I'm sure. So there's sort of dynamics to that too. There's 3 to 4 major regions of this sort of group's area. There's one in the forest where they existed in like little huts up in trees, not too far up, but around the trunk. Large trees, redwoods, but not completely. Sequoia maybe, but not as large. So anyway, they live in those types, and then there's the cave sort of region, which is near a waterfall, and meadows, maybe most of ours too. Berries and stuff. Just for regions. Now there's only 2. Not written in thus far. There's the cave and the forest. Only 2. Anyway, so there's sort of different jobs that they're giving each, not really by choice, but by function, who they are, their identity, what they are, how they wish to exist, etc., etc. There's like from one location to another, each ability or capacity to their best at, and they just know. So it's easy. Especially Raina. She doesn't have quite a few of those. Like, what the hell? Just no one else that has ever been given these duties. Rudy. You've never had a occurrence like this happen, so you decided to do that. You're the one who's, charged with it, but it will still be making these weird decisions. So it goes through more relationship those two. Jeez. Oh, then it goes back to her group. So it's kind of like a cutaway, or yeah, it's kind of like a cutaway. Cutaway, and the two aren't quite. And this is based on a larger increment of time. So in other words, we have this entire occurrence happen, and it cuts away to the Eames people, her mother, her father, and their people basically. People, whatever. Cut away, and her parents think she's dead, and the hunter's like blah 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 blah, breathing back, blah 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 blah. That's which is in this one completely different than the English that is spoken by journalists. Must take their piece. It's better easier that way. They release their spirit. And at that point, she's in the religions. These other people in that sense, she's able to learn to take them, not so balanced through that, which is hers. Closer relation, and she starts making mistakes like, hey, I think I'm gonna make a fire in my cave. No, you're not allowed to do that. Stop. You're gonna set the entire place ablaze. This is not to be done. This is not to be done. This is one of our huge rules. We live near a forest. Fire is not happen. We have furs and woven blanketry. And we each have a match. One of our sort of people that invested to view it. Because it's sort of like it's not actually place. It's based on where in life they'll be. The similarity of, I guess, duty and location, and then also, sort of character. So anyway, Raina has one. And, she's told sort of, wow, something's happening here with this thing. And the other is like, well, my life. and Raina's like, yeah, but, and she's like, well, wait a minute. And then Raina's like, you can take it as you like because it's not happening. Yeah, that's when they're already like mid-relationship and like they're about to gain rights to life and basically. I go there. Not to get in the right spot with this other thing. About that time, they're off at a pond doing smoochy, and hunters, basically just grab her and take off because, hey, this is ours. And they do, You can toss her and screaming, I don't let you. It's not like that, but they do. They toss her on the horseback and take off. And Marina's standing there like, what the fuck? And she's all TO'd and freaking, hey, what the heck do I do? And then she goes back to, the basic really simple area, and really simple, like, there's nothing you can do. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? Kind of thing. And then, sort of more skilled, and, once Dane gets back to, they reside and live, etc., she's certainly different. This is not something that I'm any longer familiar with. But I remember having this place. The timing's a little off, but I remember this place, but my life isn't here, kind of thing. And just remember reading it. And there's this point in the story, it was an ancient guy, and that's between Raina and very different emotions. You have Raina, who's basically with her people, remorse filled, peace is lost. I can't do anything about it. I'm losing it. That sort of thing. It relates to that. You feel you have nothing. And lost. Everything. Even though you have stuff. Anyway. It's a very, very chesty question. Sensation. But anyway, there's that. The body wants to shut. Stop moving. Kind of thing. And anyway, it's a very still, quiet moment, and they're both sitting outside. For Raina, it's about sleep time. For Dane, it's about time to be awake. And two very different sort of areas on this sense of the world, but I don't know if the timing's off. So that, the sun, maybe somewhere near the North or South Pole. Let's say somewhere near the North or South Pole. So that, occasionally the sun travels. Trying to figure this out, too, because the sun is visible most of the day in the area that Dane's people live. And then the sun has sort of a normal course, so maybe south, and is a little bit warmer. Cooler. He's cooler, so it'd be the opposite direction. So toward the south would be, I don't know, sun, maybe a shift in the poles or something like that. I think it would be something like that. So the desert's more south. The sun direction shifts, and it would make, I guess, icy regions more warm. I don't know. I don't answer that completely, but realistically, weird shit happens to us all the time, so who knows? So that would be completely fictitious as opposed to relating to anything realistic right now. But anyway, okay, so they're sitting gazing on the moon, and the piece of this I find from the beginning is based on leadership. There's a very prominent leader of Dane's people that's sitting out near the beach. He has a flute to his lips, very aged, sitting on driftwood, and he's playing a flute tune. By himself, aged eyes, looks out over it, looks out of the water, and then the little scorpion. There's always danger somewhere, kind of thing. But anyway, the scorpion crawls over the snowy slope and disappears as the leader comes over. So anyway, it reminds me of that, and I think at that point, maybe something similar. Routine, and then, so they're both sitting gazing on the moon. Raina, completely different emotion than Dane. Dane, surrounded by people. She's no longer familiar with memories of past and not wanting to be there. So it's more frustration and anxiety than Raina's just remorse there. Remorse than loss. Not complete loss. It's like English. I'm not sure if that would describe this, but anyway. So there's the gazing. I wrote that entire piece into a file that's down zip. It's going to have forever. Good. moment, they both say something almost simultaneously, but it's in a communication membrane. Marina says first, then Dane responds in a way that she's answering, but also saying. So, there. Shortly thereafter, Dane's, the guy who's sitting in the police. No, pops in. Pops in, he's like, where the hell have you been? And she proceeds to tell him about where she's been, what she's been doing, how she's been doing it, and what happened, and how she feels about it. Sounds like Dane. When she does that, he's like, I think I'm going to have to think on this one about 20 minutes. No. It takes a few days, and when he returns, he's like, I want you to bring her here. And I have some questions, because a lot's changing now. And Dane had been around a bit, and that wrapped in him either. So, anyway, send a few of the hunters off with Dane again to go back to, the nice forest and falling water. And to, see if Raina will return with them, to explain this newfound affection to their leader for, decision making. It's funny, I find it funny because what are they going to do? All kind of thing. What are they thinking? She does. She says, okay, I'll go. And then let's see, there's Rudley, I think. This is Simple. I think it's Simple. Simple decides, I'm going to go with you. And then they take a few of the guys with you. But anyway, they're masculine. Alright, we're going to go check this out. Kind of thing. And I find that funny, like, the freaking bleeper. Alright, let's go check this out. I would never belong there. I'm joking, though. Take your faux hawk down. I don't know who the hell you are. Like, fuck, I can't get off of it. PR assassin, excuse me, separation. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water. That's right. Great. Anyway, and then there's a big barbecue, or no, this barbecue is fire. So I've always imagined a big bonfire at a forest somewhere, Western style, we're all sitting around, and then you imagine, like, really prominent people. You see, like, Woody off in the distance, like, freaking staring at some burnt wood. Away from a big barbecue over there, like, roasting some chickens or something. And then, before camp's over, you have the entire masculine area. And, someone, like, up against the pole, like, I think we should go pick. Something like that. It's dorky. I mean, Frisco, they're like, okay. Anyway, 2 stories later, there's Southern America, in their backyard. Like, what the hell are you talking about, a hose? She's like, I know these dynamics more than you will ever know them, Mother. Check out this coil. That's a 4-letter word. Don't use that with me. It cracks me up. It does. Anyway, Really, the other one, they do go back there and basically have a long sort of conference, not really conference meeting. After this meeting, he's like, well, you know, we have some things we gotta do around here. Before we go to shacking up with any more others, you gotta be able to take care of your hood. Yeah, he cracks me up. Okay, so first, you gotta be able to build a hut. After you build a hut, you gotta be able to build a fire and gather water. Once you gather your water, you gotta be able to feed your living and thing. And that's what they built there. They're sort of like go around. So that's and of course, that would be cute. So I would smoke your redheads. What are you talking about, redhead? I mean, you have red hair. Yeah, just fuck her. I have nothing in common. Actually, no, I think that one came second. First, second? Let's see. Almost 3 years. Four Seasons came first. 10,000 came after Shelter. I think Four Seasons came first. The pieces of it was the Nutty Autumn Brew. Nutty Autumn Brew, it was autumn and there was always coffee, but I had a little package of nuts. So I was like, ooh, this might be because I love coffee. You know? And there was nuts like on their coffee. So I called it Nutty Autumn Brew, and that made a huge episode of it. So. That was one, but anyway, 10,000 was better. God, what? Oh. It was one of my favorites. Stick with it. You gotta remember that. It's just die hard. I don't care what I was doing or what anyone was saying. You cannot do this. I can and I will. And I do. What the hell are you talking about? Do you know yourself? No. No, but I kind of, understand a little bit of the dynamics. Not completely, but, it's fun and it's something I've always wanted to do, and I need to know about it anyway. I want to read. Why don't I want to read? I wonder. Is it all the oppositions to learning? What's that with books? To like freaking. What was it? Math was one of the first. Like, yeah, I can't even get these times tables down. That was 3rd grade ago. Get the numerals in place. Wait a sec, there's like 6 different systems. Check out this geometry. What are these formulations? Flip. Okay, kind of neat. Biology, oh, that's interesting. Genetics. This is the XY thing. Yeah, that's actually weird. Daily. Like 6 hours a day. Alright, I'm kind of bored. I'm going to hop on the computer and try to type and look for images because I have this like really decent memory when it comes to images. I don't have to use them or their relation, but if I see them once, pieces of them will forever be in my memory and I can recreate them however I like. Or pieces of each, kind of like a collage in my own. It's kind of like design. I went to college a few times. Learned a little bit. Like, hey, we're here for a reason. Like, dang, I can't remember what a gerund is. Or gerund, is it? That still puzzles me when I want to. Or an interjection. I'm going to tell you what an object is. Direct object and its relation to the subject. these adjectives. Alrighty. I started memorizing a bunch of projection and a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, those are those. So anyways, she passes all of her tests, but she's pretty damn beaten up at the end. And Daisy is like, let me see what else you can do. And then, and this is the really neat part, she's no longer sort of intimidated or unsure of what the medicine will do. She kind of just knows, and this age, it's really, she chosen as rebellious versus as being victims of abuse. Always a quick zone, right? Aircraft. I'm an altitude vehicle. I like that. It's like extraplanetary exploration. I'm a space vehicle. Kind of like Buster. Don't do it! Why not? It's supposed to be that way. Yeah, she does. I don't know, I haven't really completed the entire idea though. From plot beginning to end, it's more of like an exploration that conflict can always be resolved if met in with beneficial condition and understood. Peace returns and the life that occurs happens in a peaceful way. So it wasn't only that, it was Blood and Fire, piece of music that I was listening to at the time. Music that's now available. She's so crazy. She's crazy. For sure. It's still like in serene settings, quiet night. I had a laptop. I sit over there with the chargers all night and sleep during the day. People would definitely not like it. Or would they? Or should I try it? Fire's not too far away. I could study partial evenings. And then more dynamic. Not just imagery and occurrences and plot development or character and creation, I think it was. And now it's character developments as well. Makes a person and act in ways that they do. And experiences being detrimental effect. I'm like, that could just go back to Last Resort, and even that was a beneficial ending. And like, suicide and crap. This life stuff I don't want to deal with. Why do I have to? Based on rights, I don't have to. Is it a cold, hard existence? No. It's not. Go live your life. Well, fuck, if you let me live it, maybe it would have happened differently. Maybe it would have happened twice at first. Who knows? You fuck this baby. Fuck the baby. How do you do that? some of the life questions I have. Probably. Yeah, it's such a beautiful place, yeah. I was like, this place isn't mine, doesn't actually exist. Let me search it. Well, part of it's Zion, and that's in Utah, and nothing's out there. National Forest, you know, all these sort of chaotic thoughts can play with those people at nothing close together. They're so connected in public life that you can't touch it. There's only so much you can learn about light, right? How would you change it? Could you create a system that would overall, you know, benefit the entire population of the United States? If you could, how would you do that? You know, those questions are stopped to ask. And it's just like, okay, we're going to sit down with what we have and sit with it. New stuff is created every day, right? I think that's only in science. However, there's so many systems of knowledge that you have to study. Why? It's not. I become so social that you don't advance in your art because it's becoming too outrageous. Right? Test it out before. Been done like it. Appreciation comes from, oh, I really like that. That's all it takes. Or just memory, you know? Even memory. Simple stuff. Really, go to your plugins. I'll see you in the countryside when you're done. You never wanted to experience that good. It's as simple as that. Pretty much does, and the ending I haven't been able to complete because I'm not sure exactly how long it's in. The two leading forces sort of stay separate. The constraints and all of that had Danita, the bearer of baby, the carrier of the young. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to outrun. I didn't know about it. Here. Maybe. And time just passed. Additions or thought it was place that possibly. I'd already been in this shitty existence. Fucking button boy. Didn't even know that. I was referred to as a stretch, just sort of sitting there with my ears beneath sand. Very surface. Anyway, those cartoons. Comics and stuff. Ostriches know they're fast. Kind of like, you know, one of the first animals I ever met was an ostrich. There's a llama, a donkey. What's it called? Monkeys. Here's a field trip. Remember, don't get too close to the camel, it spits. What? Yeah, that's fun to say. Maybe she should be a veterinarian. What do you mean? I took to writing and drawing, like, one of my favorite things to do. I was getting sort of art, sort of stuff. She's not, you know what, she's retarded. She's not retarded. What do you mean she's not retarded? Fucking great. I'm just blocked from fucking learning. Why am I fucking blocked from learning? I'm not saying this on school. I can't learn because there are too many external influences and factors, and the overall existence of my human being. It's very ugly. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why don't you just sit and think on it for a few days? That's the sort of constant thing. Alright, I'm gonna sit on this again, into the family. Okay, into the family. This dude's never really gonna change, is he? Foggy's really not changing, is he? He doesn't have to change much, but you know? Maybe that's a realization I need. I'm never gonna have family, am I? I'm 34 years old, and I'm gonna shit happen to me. What's the next prompt? I was like, fuck you. My mentality. I feel like so much more when I start writing poetry. Not really good stuff, but you know, shit the hell out. Recording it, I'm gonna respond to this. My cat's awesome. Little beings outside. I like those too. My father's neighbors, I don't really fucking care for. I don't really want to be here, do I? Love my cats. But anyone's been inside. Right after an email to immigration. Oh no, she's not. What the fuck do you mean she's not? These are arguments that fucking have nothing to do with me. I'm wondering if they're gonna fucking put dirt in my booty. You know, I think, fuck you. I think I'm gonna leave here. That's about when the next attack started. Then attack after attack after attack after that. Sort of just came to mind and just realized, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be attacked for this shit, and I can even fucking do it. Maybe slightly. When he sells by myself, I'm gonna be okay because you know there's a video. My cat's perfectly fucking fine. I'm not in the bed no time. My brother still cares about me and loves. That's the other words I live here once in a while remembering my mom. I'm okay. I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm gonna do some math. I'm gonna figure shit out. No, stop. What the fuck do you mean stop it? These aren't verbals. These are fucking like internal communications that are fucking not me. They're not me. What? Answers come with me. Are they judgmental or are they beneficial? To me, it's always been judgmental. Every last freaking realization that I can come up with is nothing consistent with anything that I've read in sense. Am I doing a lot of this in writing? Not really. It's too chaotic. That's how I understand. I'm brainwashed. Well, the fucking prompts come. Let's see what these fucking prompts are about. Not very fucking easy when you have pressure the size of fucking Uranus in your fucking head. Not easy. In the world around you cannot trust. Even though most of it you had, however shitty it was, until realization comes. You realize you can't. And if you do, it's going to be twice as worse. Because that shit happens to you. What are you doing on this? So, film this, and we started twisting models and walking, working out, finding stuff I'm doing, avoiding them, noticing my surroundings. I'm very excited about something. I don't know. Change it. Move on. Let's say can't do that. Okay, right. So I still don't know how I want it now. Danes people basically okay. This is gonna make you, the way you are. Don't mind if you stop being from getting away. I think we're gonna see missions that in our way. We're not gonna worry about it. We try to get there. Okay. I'm not sure. I want that to be lovely and simple. I want that to be feminine. Not so like feminine. Reiterating sort of your way of life kind of thing. It's different, but it's not so different that it's impose sort of negative values of either. And that's the way I ended it close to it, but it's not complete. It's something phase. Not enough, I guess, action description created as that song is there. So what's the next dialogue? And two, I think then I was prepared for relational development, character relations, and then start gravitation. Damn, that's about one thing. 35 years old, this is what it's supposed to be about, really. I'm being attacked right now, does it really fucking matter? Other than life's fucking great. His face. What about that? Yes. Damn, your shit's getting dusty. You need to dust. Otherwise, you break yourself too. And doctors can't say that. They really can't say it very not very easy. Aging since they stopped in has been exponential. Coming from like baby face. Freaking what socks, like, no matter what years. 30. Physical changes quite a bit. Some okay, some might be colder. I can only imagine what like 330 pounds would feel like if I ever become homeless again. When I become homeless, I should say, or if I'm, still homeless when I'm 130 pounds, I'm fucking freaks. Imagine people sleeping bag. Takes a lot of size. I'll fix it, but it takes a while. And it's so bad. She told me like 2 or 3 times too. Like, fuck, I've never heard anything. Someone in mentality, I'm like, not really. Just consider it. Communication is okay. I understand. One place for too long. It's just making me trouble. But anyway. This is a piece of freaking thought for the night. I'm gonna go try to get some sleep. It's 9:23 and the place where I sleep is probably vacant by now. So, maybe again tomorrow. Like, crap. I was studying, was it film directing from a book. It's like shot by shot, film directing shot by shot or something like that. And as I was writing, I was trying to connect imagery like seamlessly in thought, so that I could just sit there and stare at one location for a while, and within that amount of time, decrease that overall sort of timing by like, I don't know, incrementally, and so it'd be like, I don't know, 1 to 16. In other words, what would take 16 seconds would only take 1. If that makes any sense? Or no? Go millisecond. No. So if I'm sitting there staring and go through some of it, maybe 2 seconds of imagery time to 1 second of actual time, or 3 seconds of imagery time to 1 second actual time. As I was doing that, to try to get like a seamless sort of idea of what it might appear to be. So anyway, it was that, and I was thinking of special effects and makeup artistry and stuff like that. And it comes to a point in time, like it's like super 80s kind of primal, primitive type stuff. But at the same time, like the camera angles and movement be about the same as the maybe mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Nothing more advanced than that, with the exception of maybe like something like a drone, maybe capture or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that's up over certain areas. So anyway, the imagery goes from point in time where she's following these like hunter dudes, but it's not really like that, you know. They're more let's say like stern, serious, grimace almost. So grimace, like very, very strong. There's that like survival oriented, but it's beyond survival. It's primitive. So, anyways, they're hunting and she comes around into a meadow and she's like exploring and stuff and then realizes, hey, here they come, you know. Maybe I should just let them know, you know, I'm here because they seem sort of calm. But what she doesn't notice is they're going into hunting techniques, you know, and doing the freaking thigh over